Well, good afternoon. Welcome back to take two. Although, since you didn't know that I messed up take one, which really I didn't, sometimes you got to wipe the camera off on the front of the old Samsung here or it gets kind of hazy looking. Alright, today's shave before we go off to work. We're sticking with Marvy's. I did a shave yesterday and the lather wasn't what it could have been on the second pass. First pass did great, second pass did a disappearing act. So we're going to use the same Marvy's boar brush and the Marvy's soap and the Marvy's cup. I went to an antique store, local antique store here the other day, and they had two Model E's. First time I've been through there, and they had razors. They had one of the Model E's, the E2 to be specific, that the spring hinge is open and you can pop it over for cleaning. I thought this was an E3 because in the dim light it looked like it had the parallel grooves on the bar. Once I got it home and a couple of people questioned the picture I put up, and I turned the light on and put the magnifier on because they can't see, I realized that this is, I do believe, a later Model E2 after they started pinning the spring where you couldn't open them and clean them. And which is really neat because the one I had before is the early Model E2, and you can move the spring on it. So it's a very aggressive feeling razor. So I'm curious to see what this razor, I haven't shaved with it yet. This is our maiden voyage. I cleaned it up, scrubbed it up with some scrubbing bubbles, and then toothpaste on a nice toothbrush, quick alcohol bath to get it going. Put a fresh blade in, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not too much of a germaphobe anyway. So that's going to be today's round. We're going to see what the later Model E2 feels like. I know what the earlier model, the one I had, feels like. So let's see what happens with these. And then we're going to finish everything up with a little Indiana Jones type stuff here. I'm telling you, someone else started using it. That's Indiana Jones aftershave, and I stole it from them, and come to find out they stole it from somebody who they couldn't remember who it was, so it's legit Indiana Jones. Alright, of course we're not going to do any blooming, no hoodoo, no voodoo. You want to bloom something, get to be a baker. You know, they bloom yeast to go in the pizza dough, which is very good, by the way. Blooming shaving suds, not so much. Just saying. So here we're going to go, and then we're going to put a little more water, and today we're going to pay a little more attention to the, a little less talky, a little more worky, as we like to say. I tend to get to talking here, and I don't pay attention to what I'm doing, and sometimes it works out, and sometimes I miss something. And apparently, I missed something yesterday on the lather, on that second run. So today, maybe we'll start a little wetter, and see what we can get. Marvy's is a really cheap soap, and it's maligned even more than Williams is, if you can believe that. And I'm not so sure. I haven't, when I've used it, it's been fine. I don't know. It doesn't have a scent to it, so that's, to me, that's, you know, at least Williams has a scent, even if you want to call it skeeter spray scent or whatever, skeeter candles, whatever you want to call it. But Marvy's is cheap. It comes in rolls, you know, whatever, made for barbershop use. So it's a working soap. It's not made to be fancy. Alright, well, we got a little lather going there. Text message pops up, they go away. Alright. Another little quick wipe here. And we'll see what happens. Alright, here we go. This little brush is still stiff. It hasn't by any means broken in. I don't know what'll happen when and if it does. Let's see what we got going here. So what we'll probably do next is we'll take a different brush, and we'll try the Marvy's with a different brush, and then we'll continue to break this one in. Matter of fact, I have some small bore brushes that are broken in nice. We'll compare the two. That'd be a good comparison, won't it? All right, here we go. First use of the new to me E2. right off I can tell you, it's a nice shaver. The injectors, for the most part, are just such nice razors. They're simple. It's a shame they didn't catch on better, but they didn't. So that is a very nice shave already. It does not have the blade feel that my early model E2 does. It, however, has more than my G1s do. And what that translates to, use the old finger on the sideburn trick so you don't cut the end of your sideburn off. What that translates to is a very, very nice, comfortable shave. This is just an old Persona blade that was branded to go to Fred's Dollar Store. And ASR was making them at the time. So it is nothing fancy. Okay, well yesterday the first pass went really good, just like that, and when we went to the second pass is when we had a problem with the lather. So we're going to see what happens today. But that is one classy feeling injector shave right there. I could stop right there and go to work and nobody'd say anything at all. That is so nice. So we're not going to put any more soap in the brush. We're going to try to just do what we normally do. Let's see if we can keep the lather up this time. But you know, the second pass, you don't want a real thick layer of lather anyway. You don't have as much hair there. And you just really don't need it. About a third pass, all we use is witch hazel. We being, obviously, you know, me, myself, and I. So the lather is struggling some, looks like a little bit, but I think it's okay today. Anyway, it don't hurt anything at all. Let's go back and hit another little round here. Mostly get some more of what was left in it, and we'll paint it on. Maybe that'll help. But I'm going to continue to use this with different brushes and stuff until I figure this stuff out. Alright, second pass, little cross the grain thing here. Well, the lather's going to be fine. There's no issues at all. It's nice, it's slick. I don't know what I did yesterday. Maybe I just absolutely didn't load the brush enough while I was sitting there running my mouth. Less talky, more worky, maybe. Oh, yeah, boy, that's a nice shave. It's what you'd expect from a Schick, especially a vintage. Of course, technically all of them are vintage, so, you know. Oops, got that camera, didn't I? Oh, well. It'll be alright. So there. Well, no problem with the lather today at all. You can still feel slickness on the face. People talk about residual slickness. You know, my theory is that a lot of the, especially the artesian soap makers these days, add things to the soap to make them lather, and they add things to make everything all slick because that's what people like to feel, but I don't think that actually enhances the shave itself. Now, that being said, I also think the whole package, the whole experience is one of the better parts of wet shaving. It's your time, you're here, it's relaxing, generally relaxing. I guess if you have kids, I've read stories to where it can't always be, but anyhow. So I guess the scents and everything help with the entire package. But as far as the actual shaving goes, and those of you that watch my videos and know me, I'm more of the simple type of things. My favorite scent is just a rose scent, kind of a British thing, I guess. So we'll come through here and do our normal little cleanup of the areas we know we're going to need it. We're not trying for a baby smooth shave or a dolphin shave or anything. Because even if you take the time to do it, give it a few hours and the sandpaper's back with me anyway. So, you know, what's the point? Why all the work? I don't know. Some people, that's their expectation. So, there you go. Oh, let me show one more thing off. So another thing I got at the store the other day was this Old Foley scuttle to go along with the one I already have. And I've got a rose-scented soap called Barber Salon in it. We'll have a video on that here one of these days. But anyway, so there we go. Not a bad shave at all. Matter of fact, very high quality, damn fine shave. Extremely fine quality, I might add. The Schick razors are just incredible. So this is a later model E2, and it's not as aggressive as my early model E2. Of course, individual razors of the same type can all have different feels to them. That's not uncommon. So I've got a G8 that's more aggressive almost than my early model E2. And some people say the G8 is just like the G1 and that it's extremely a mouth-filling razor. Mouth, but very efficient. So we got a little Indiana Jones aftershave on there. Boy, that Special Reserve is something. If you like a good leather scent, leather shop, kind of a quintessential manly scent, jump in on some Special Reserve. Go light on it to start with, because it does pack a punch. Boy, that's nice. Cleaned up around my bottom lip, and that big old honking chin I got, just perfectly. Boy, it's nice. So, sorry you're not me right now, because you know I got a really good shave and I stink really good, and maybe you don't. But y'all have a good day. Be safe. Happy shaves.